8.5 Slope-intercept form. Graph linear equations in slope-intercept form. Okay, the slope-intercept form in words just means a linear equation of the form y equals mx plus b. Is said to be in slope-intercept form. The slope is m, the y-intercept is b. Remember, back in lesson 8.3, I taught you how to find the y-intercept by letting x equal to 0. Okay? But when you write your equations in slope-intercept form, the b will naturally be your y-intercept. Okay? So here we go. Identify the slope and the y-intercept. So if I give you an equation of the line or linear equation such as this one, y equals x minus 4, the slope here will be positive 1 because the coefficient of x is positive 1. And the y-intercept, just write y dash int for short, is negative 4. You need to consider this sign, okay? So to prove this to you, if I let x equal to 0, if x is 0, what's y? Y is negative 4. So that's why I say, if you write your equation in slope-intercept form, or in what we call function form, okay, back in lesson 8.2, function form, slope-intercept form, then this number here, negative 4, will be your y-intercept. So let's do another one. First, we need to change this linear equation into function form, or in other words, slope-intercept form. So subtract 3x to both sides of the equation. So we get 5y equals negative 3x, and this is a positive 10 here. Okay, and then again, remember I told you you cannot have a coefficient other than positive 1 on the left hand side, so you need to divide both sides by 5 to get y equals negative 3/5 x, and then positive 10 divided by 5 is positive 2. Okay, now negative 3/5 will be your slope, and your y-intercept will be positive 2. Okay? You can write your answer like that as well. And in here, again, I already gave you the equation in slope-intercept form or function form. So we know that the coefficient of x is negative 1, so m is your negative 1 is your slope, and your b, or your y-intercept, is positive 1. Okay? So you can write m equals negative 1, b equals positive 1, or you can write y-intercept equals positive 1. Up to you. Let's take a look at two more problems. First, we need to change this to function form or slope-intercept form. So negative 2y equals negative 3x plus 6. Divide negative 2 to both sides. Cancel. Positive, negative, negative, positive. Positive, negative, negative. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Okay, and then so this would be your slope. M equals 3 over 2. And you can just simply write b equals negative 3. Okay, and for this one, y equals 4x. And you might be wondering, but I don't have a number here. Okay, then you got to think about it. It's actually just plus 0. Okay, b is just 0. Slope is just 4. Okay, and then if you don't believe me, you can simply draw the graph. If when x is 0, this goes back to 8.1, y is 0. When x is 1, y is 4. 1, 4, about right there. 1, 2, 3. Okay, see, it crosses the y-intercept is actually this one. Okay? Now I'm going to show you a third way on how to graph an equation using the slope-intercept form. Okay, so I give you an equation here, y equals negative 2/3 x plus 4. Okay, first I'm going to plot the point, the y-intercept, okay, 0, 4, which is right here. And then I'm going to rewrite the slope negative 2/3 as negative 2 over 3. Or you could do 2 over negative 3, but I just choose to put the negative sign on top. It doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm going to start from 0, 4. Okay, and then I'm going to move move 2 units down because it's negative 2 in the numerator. And then 3 units to the right. Okay. So now I can draw the line through the 2 points. Please ignore this and ignore this. It's a mistake. So what I meant was by plot another point by moving 2 units down and 3 units to the right. So I'm going to show you one more time. You have a slope of m equals negative 2 over 3, and you have a y-intercept of 0, 4. So I'm going to plot 0, 4. Okay, I'm going to ignore this, as I told you earlier. Okay, and then because negative 2 represents change in y, I got to move along the y-axis, move down because it's negative. If it's positive, you go up. Okay, and then 3, it's positive 3, so you go right. If it's negative, you go left. Okay, and I'll stop here. Again, you draw the line. Okay, and we'll do some practice right now. So we're going to have to find the slope and the y-intercept and then graph. Okay? Change. This equation, linear equation, into slope-intercept form. 5y equals negative 3x plus 10. Y with an equal to 3 fits x plus 2. Okay, and then I know my slope is negative 3, 5, and my intercept is going to be 0, 2. Okay, so intercept 1, 2. change in y. It's -3, so I need to move down 3 units. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to stop here. And I need to move right. I need to move right because this is positive. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I stop at this point. And then I can graph. Here we have another linear equation, and we need to change it to slope-intercept form. Okay, I just subtracted 3x to both sides. Okay, and then divide both sides by -2. -3 divided by -2, it's just 3/2. X, positive 6 divided by -2 is -3. Okay, my slope is 3/2. My y-intercept is 0, -3. I'm going to graph 0, -3 first. Okay. And this is positive 3, so I need to move up 3 units from 0, -3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Stop here. And then this is positive 2, so I need to move right. 1 from this point, 1, 2. And this would be 2, 0. Then we can draw the graph. Here we go again. Oh, this is already in slope-intercept form, so I know my slope is -1. You can just write 1, but I just chose to write the point because I need to show you that I need to plot 0, 1, not 1, 0. Okay? So 0, 1 is here. And because my slope is -1, the denominator is 1. Okay, so because it's negative, I need to move down the y-axis 1 unit. 1. And then because it's positive 1 in the denominator, I need to move 1 unit to the right. And that's my point. So I have 0, 1 and 1, 0. If you want to double check, when you plug in 1 for x, -1 plus 1 is 0. So it's right. Okay, it would be wise of you to double check that second point back by subbing in the x and y value into the equation. Let's do this one. Okay. As I said earlier, if you don't see a number here, then you automatically assume that the y-intercept is 0, 0. Okay, the y-intercept, or b. Okay, and then your slope is positive 4 over 1, was also positive 1. Okay, so 0, 0, you don't have to write the positive, just writing it in to let you know. Okay, so because it's positive 4, I need to shift up 4 units. 1, 2, 3, 4. Draw an arrow, and then shift to the right. As you can see, it seems like every single one of them is shifting to the right. If this is negative, you got to shift to the left. Okay? And that's your graph. And your point here, one point will be 0, 0, and the other one will be 1, 4. And if we sub 1 back here, 4 times 1 is 4. Okay? Parallel and perpendicular lines. 2 non-vertical parallel lines have the same slope. Okay? If two lines have the same slope, they are considered parallel. And the symbol for parallel is represented by the two lines here that I just circled. This means that these two lines will never cross each other. But when you have two non-vertical perpendicular lines, and if their slopes are negative reciprocals of each other, then they will cross each other. They will not only intersect each other at one point, but they will also form a perpendicular angle at the point of intersection. So what do I mean by negative slopes that are negative reciprocals of each other? It just means that when I multiply the slope of one line to the other, the product is -1. So I'm going to use some numerical equations to show you what I mean. Find the slope of a line that is parallel to the line 4x plus 3y equals -18. So now we need to rewrite this linear equation in slope-intercept form by subtracting -4x to both sides of the equation to get 3y equals -4x minus 18. And then I need to divide 3, okay, to both sides of the equation to get y equals -4/3 x minus 6. For this linear equation, the slope is -4/3. By definition, in order for a line to be parallel to another line, the slope of the other line has to have the same slope. So the answer will also be -4/3. To find the slope of a perpendicular line to the given line, 4x plus 3y equals -18, again, we need to rewrite this equation in slope-intercept form. And once we get to this step, we know that this is the slope. Okay, m equals -4/3. And by using this little formula I have for you, you can sub in the first slope for -4/3 and solve for the second slope, the second slope will be the slope of the other line, and it has to equal to -1. And if you multiply both sides by the reciprocal of -4/3, it will be, which would be -3/4, you would get +3/4, negative, negative, positive.